Good morning, beloveds. I got to go to the park today. They were running a soccer tournament, the Texas Shootout, in the park. So the squirrels were kind of treating us like drive-through. It's like they were taking their peanuts and running until the very end where we got swarmed. And I got a couple of really good pictures of the Blue Jays and the squirrels. So we'll have to see. I know some of them are good. We'll have to see about the rest of them. All right. It is June 4th. Our title is A Secret Place. The first quote is, "They that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." And that is Psalm 91:1. And then the second one is, "The greater a person's consciousness of this indwelling I am, the more fully they will live." That is Science of Mind 344. Joel Goldsmith reminds us in The Art of Spiritual Healing that we must dwell in the secret place of the Most High. Not go there exclusively on Sunday, but make it our constant habitation, morning, noon, and night. What does it mean to live in this secret place? It means our trust in God must be unwavering, despite the fact that what we see with our human eyes is often confusing and perhaps frightening. We may be tempted to fear illness, poverty, war, and dozens of other things that scream at us from television, radio, and newspaper. And experiencing fear in any form keeps us from being fully alive. No matter what may be happening around us, we can choose to be completely conscious of the goodness of God. We can choose to live enfolded by the invisible, indwelling, all-knowing, perfect presence, which never sleeps and cares for us constantly. We can live every moment fully aware of the Almighty I Am. I know that God is my refuge, the animating force of my life and all life. I live secure in the knowledge that at the center of my being is the calm and serene presence. Where I am at home in love, and I am thankful. I am at home in the love. Love is my home, and I am thankful. And that is Jean Anderson, J.A. We talk about the secret place of the Most High, which is a phrase I'm assuming we all got from Ernest Holmes. Jesse uses it, I use it, Jean Anderson uses it, so I'm guessing we all got it from the same place. And Ernest probably got it from the Bible. So, and frankly, it's a little terrifying to think that we must dwell in the secret place of the Most High. It's kind of like the same with the phrase, to pray without ceasing. And what you do realize, in Science of Mind, what we teach is every thought can be creative. All right. Not necessarily that every thought is creative, because then you stop and you look at your thoughts and you go, well, I really didn't want that one to be creative. But that's the point. When you have thoughts and you wrap them with a lot of emotion, they tend to be creative. And so that's one of the reasons why we're always talking about minding the trend of our thought, weeding our garden occasionally or more often. And so it's the same thing with the secret place. It's like, are we living from a place of love? Are we living from a place of God? Are we living from a place of joy? Or are we living from a place of fear? Or a place of anger? Which can be a two-way street there. There is such a thing as righteous anger. When you see injustice, then you can absolutely live from a place of anger for a short period of time. It's not sustainable, which is one of the, well, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to bite my tongue on that one. And so what Jean Anderson is reminding us today is that that's what we want to do, is we want to live from a place of love as much as possible. Because she's right. When we live in fear, we're not fully living. When we live in fear, when we make choices from fear, we tend to make, and I'm going to use quotes here, safe choices. But safe choices don't get us what we want. Now, when we live from love, what we do is we make good choices. Not necessarily risky choices. So, there's a difference between a safe choice, a risky choice, and a good choice. And so that is our goal. And that is the point of spiritual practice, is to go to that place of the secret place of the Most High, to go to that place where you meet the unfiltered God, and to fill up every day. And then as you fill up, then you can bring it back into your material existence. And when you are looking around with your human eyes at the confusing nonsense going on in the world around you, you don't have to live with fear. And I will always go back, and I don't remember the movie anymore, but it's not a good movie from Will Smith. But at one point he turns to his son in the movie, and it's his actual son. That's the ironic thing. He turns to his son in the movie and says, "Don't mistake, the danger is real, but fear is a choice." And when we live from fear, we make choices that we wouldn't make if we were coming from a place of love, or a place of joy, or a place of creativity, or, any other place, any other quality of God that you want to live from. And love isn't a doormat. That's one of the things that people need to understand. You can come from a place of love, and that does not mean you're a doormat. That does not mean you roll over and just give people what they want. Sometimes when you are living from a place of love, the answer is no. And it is a firm no. So, you can live from a place of love and have boundaries. In fact, to live from a place of love, you have to have boundaries. So, and again, then that's the point of spiritual practice, to go there. And you go there every day, and you go there consciously, not out of habit. And as I say, fill up or plug in, and the more often you plug in, the more likely you are to stay plugged in, which is why we encourage regular spiritual practice, meaning every day. So, the title is A Secret Place. The first quote, Psalm 91, first line: "They that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." When you know who you are, you're more likely to live from a place of God, because you know you're a beloved child of God. The greater a person's consciousness of this indwelling I am, the more fully they will live. Comes back to fear. The choices we make in fear, the choices we make in love, the choices we make in joy. So that was from the page 344, Science of Mind. So Joel Goldsmith reminds us in The Art of Spiritual Healing that we must dwell in the secret place of the Most High, not go there exclusively on Sunday, but make it our constant habitation, morning, noon, and night. Okay? Not just go there on Sunday. And that's one of the things that gets me. It's like, okay, it's like you're going to take an hour out of your day, one day a week. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You want your life to really spark up good, then, go there every day, several times a day, until you're living from that. So what does it mean to live in this secret place? It means our trust in God must be unwavering, despite the fact that what we see with our human eyes is often confusing and perhaps frightening. Fear is a choice. The danger can be real. Fear is a choice. We must We may be tempted to fear illness, poverty, war, and dozens of other things that scream at us from the television, radio, and newspaper. And honestly, when you look at television, news, and radio, the news, if it bleeds, it leads. They are intentionally stoking that fear because they know it gets people to tune in, which is why those of us who don't want to live in fear typically tune out. The information we need gets to us, but we don't watch. I was a senior in high school during the Gulf War. I don't remember when CNN started, but I do remember that during my senior year, every time I walked through the living room, that TV channel was on. The TV was on CNN watching the Gulf War. And I'm like, I don't need this. And I knew it then. 24 News, no thank you. No thank you. You want to really live from a kinder and gentler place, don't watch the 24-hour news channels. Just don't. None of them. Maybe tune in occasionally if you need to know something, but 24/7, it is not good for our brains. And I'm pretty sure there is science for that. I may have to go find it. And experiencing fear in any form keeps us from being fully alive. No matter what may appear to be happening around us, we can choose to be completely conscious of the goodness of God. And that's the choice. If we start with that choice to be completely conscious of the goodness of God, the patterning intelligence, if we are willing to let go of the idea of God as a personality, as God as a judging old man sitting in a chair with an accounting book, if we can let go of that, then we can take the first step on a new life. We can choose to live enfolded by the invisible, indwelling, all-knowing, perfect presence, which never sleeps and cares for us constantly. We can live every moment fully aware of the Almighty I Am. It's about living in that constant state of awe, about looking around and being awestruck by, the beauty of the clouds in the sky. A sunrise, a sunset, the amazing tail on a squirrel, the way that blue jays fly, and backwing and land and talk, of listening to the birds sing in the morning. You can live in that constant state of awe and still get stuff done. I know that God is my refuge, the animating force of my life and all life. I live secure in the knowledge that at the center of my being is that calm and serene presence. Wherever I am at home in love, and I am thankful. And I like that last line. I am at home in love. And so the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to focus on what that means for us. What does living at home in love mean to you? Think about it. And then think about if you're actually living in love, in that love. Is your home that love? And if your home isn't that love, then you can ask for the steps to make it that way. And I can be talking about your physical home, or I can be talking about your heart home. That's up to you. Although I do know that our physical environment does tend to reflect our mental and spiritual environment. So there's that. I still have some work to do. We kind of got waylaid on the house rearrangement there. So I got to get back to that. So that's the mission today. The other thing is the spiritual practice of doing something loving for yourself, doing something kind for yourself, doing something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. Big, small, does not matter. Point is to practice on yourself. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. You are also creating a bank so that no matter who you encounter, you have plenty to share. You are creating a habit, a default setting. And it is an amazing way to make the world a better place. So, I would also suggest that you, as I gather my thoughts, do something to engage your mind and your body, to drink plenty of water, to get that early morning bright light, or early in your day bright light, depending on where your day starts, and to open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around you all the time. And we can take Emma's advice, because one of the fastest ways to find it is to look for the good and praise it, and look and praise and look and praise. And you find so much more good than you think is around you a lot of the times. And a good place to start is you, because you are a beloved child of God. So you bring the good. All right. That is an awkward position. What is happening here? I think he was licking himself and fell asleep. It's just weird looking. All right. Sorry, got distracted by the cat. So I am going to tell you to have a good day, a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, an enchanting day, a magical day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. As I said, you are a beloved child of God. So catch us on the social medias. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I'm on. If you want to know what's going on, I believe this Sunday is, yes, tomorrow we will have a guest musician, and she will be amazing and wondrous and fantastic. And yes, there is that. So, did I give you the email? Email info@creativelife.org. I've just lost the train of thought. I'm still freaked out about what the cat was doing. He's in a much more normal position now, so I think he fell asleep licking himself. He's elderly. I'm going to give him a pass. Okay. As I just slowly lose my mind. I know Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. And then we will have an amazing service with that guest musician that I teased. She's brought in by Mary Radsbender, the harpist. So it should be amazing. All right, beloveds, take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. I'll see you next time. Yeah, I'm just losing my mind. All right, take care of yourself. Know that you're loved.